Today we are going to discuss the topic Human Excretory System for Class 9. Metabolic activities continuously take place in living cells. All metabolic products produced by the biochemical reactions are not utilized by the body because certain nitrogenous toxic waste substances are also produced. They are called excretory products. In human beings, urea is the major excretory product. The tissues and organs associated with the removal of waste product constitute the excretory system. If the waste products are accumulated and not eliminated, they become harmful and poisonous to the body. Hence, excretion plays an important role in maintaining the homeostatic condition of the body. Some of the excretory organs other than kidneys are skin and lungs. Excretion in human beings. The primary excretory system of human beings includes a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a pair of urinary bladder and a urethra, while secondary excretory system of human beings includes lungs, skin, large intestine, liver. Urinary system. The organs that form, store and excrete urine constitute the urinary system. It consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a pair of urinary bladder and a urethra. Urine produced in the kidneys passes through the ureters into the urinary bladder, where it is stored until it is released through the urethra. Human excretory system. The excretory system of the body separates and gives off the waste from the body, usually as urine or sweat. Urinary system consists of kidneys, ureters, bladders and urethra. Kidneys are bean-shaped, reddish-brown in color and lie on the posterior abdominal wall. Each kidney in an adult human weighs about 150 gram and measures approximately 10 cm in length, 5 cm in width and 2.5 cm in thickness. Kidneys. Kidneys are located in the abdomen, one on either side of the backbone. They are large-sized, reddish-brown and bean-shaped. The right kidney is slightly lower in position. Concavity of kidney is called hilum, which is always inward. Each kidney is formed of about 1 million uriniferous or renal tubules or nephrons internally. Kidneys must function properly in order to keep a person in perfect health. Ureters. These are a pair of long, narrow, thin-walled and tubular structures which start from the hilum of the kidneys, run downward and open in urinary bladder. Ureters conduct the urine from the kidneys to urinary bladder by peristalsis. Urinary bladder. The urinary bladder is thin-walled, elastic, pear-shaped and distensible sac present in lower part of abdomen. Bladder is a temporary storage sac of urine. The urinary bladder is lined with smooth muscles, so it is under nervous control. As a result, we can usually control the urge to urinate. Urethra. Urethra is a muscular and tubular structure which extends from the urinary bladder to the outside. Urethra carries the urine to outside the body. Functions of the kidney. Excretion. Nitrogenous wastes present in the blood is removed by the kidneys. Osmoregulation and maintenance of water. Excess amount of water is removed from the blood. The amount of reabsorption of water is controlled by antidiuretic hormone secreted by the pituitary gland. Regulation of blood volume. The glomerular filtration depends upon the blood pressure, which mainly depends on blood volume. If blood volume decreases, blood pressure becomes low. Acid-base balance in the blood. It regulates the acidity of the blood and electrolyte balance. Hydrogen ions and ammonium ions are transported by the distal convoluted tubule. Excess acid or alkalides are neutralized in the kidney tissues. Elimination of waste products and excess heat. Drugs, excess vitamins, toxic products produced by the bacterial decomposition in the intestine. Alcohol, organic acids, used vitamins and excessive heat are removed by the kidneys from the body. Nephrons. Nephrons are convoluted in outer part of kidney called renal cortex, while run straight in central part of the kidney called renal medulla. Nephrons are the functional units of kidney. Each nephron is a long coiled tubular structure that filters out nitrogenous waste material from the blood and forms urine. Urea is the main nitrogenous waste present in urine, so man is ureotelic in excretion. Nephric tubules. Nephric tubule is long and coiled and is formed of three parts: proximal convoluted tubule, PCT, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, DCT. Proximal convoluted tubule is a convoluted part of the kidney and lies in the renal cortex. It is the main site of selective reabsorption of sodium, calcium, amino acids, etc. from the nephric filtrate. Loop of Henle is a U-shaped tubule present in the renal medulla. It is formed of two limbs: descending limb, which is thin-walled, and ascending limb, which is thick-walled. Descending limb is permeable to water but impermeable to minerals like sodium chloride. Ascending limb is permeable to minerals like sodium chloride but impermeable to water. It concentrates the urine. Distal convoluted tubule is a convoluted part and lies in the renal cortex. It opens in the collecting tubule. Most of water from the nephric filtrate is reabsorbed through the wall of DCT and collecting tubule. Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule is a double-walled cup present in the renal cortex. It is lined by a thin and semi-permeable epithelium of flat cells. There is a group of blood capillaries are called glomerulus in the cavity of Bowman's capsule. Glomerulus is formed by the division of afferent arteriole. Bowman's capsule and glomerulus are collectively called Malpighian body or renal corpuscle. Glomerulus is the site of filtration under pressure called ultrafiltration. The filtrate formed by glomerulus is therefore known as glomerular or nephric filtrate. Urine formation. There are three processes involved in urine formation. Glomerular filtration. As the blood flows through the glomerulus, it contains both useful chemicals and dissolved waste products, which are soaked from the blood through membranous by osmosis and diffusion, where it is filtered and then flows into the Bowman's capsule. This process is called glomerular filtration. It consists of water, salt, glucose and other chemicals. The normal glomerular filtration rate in an average sized man is about 125 ml per minute. Tubular reabsorption. It is the movement of solutes and water back into the bloodstream. It changes the composition of glomerular filtrate and reduces its volume markedly. Tubular secretion. In secretion, substances moves out of the blood into the tubules where it mixed with water and other wastes and then they converted into urine. Maturation. Maturation is the process by which urinary bladder empties when filled. Events in the process of maturation are filling of urinary bladder, emptying of urinary bladder. As urine collects in the renal pelvis, the pressure in the pelvis increases and initiates a peristaltic contraction beginning in the pelvis and spreading along the ureter to force urine towards the bladder. Once urinary bladder is filled, the receptors on the wall of bladder send signals to central nervous system. CNS passes message to bladder so that smooth muscles of the bladder contract and urethral sphincter relax, causing the release of urine. Artificial kidney, hemodialysis. Kidney are vital organs for survival. Several factors like infections, injury, or restricted blood flow to kidney reduce the activity of kidneys. This leads to accumulation of poisonous wastes in the body, which can even lead to death. In case of kidney failure, an artificial kidney can be used, which is a device to remove nitrogenous waste products from the blood through dialysis. Artificial kidneys contain a number of tubes with a semi-permeable lining suspended in a tank filled with dialysis fluid. This fluid has the same osmotic pressure as blood, except that it is devoid of nitrogenous wastes. The patient's blood is passed through these tubes. During this passage, the waste products from the blood pass into dialysis fluid by diffusion. The purified blood is pumped back into the patient. This is similar to the function of the kidney, but it is different since there is no reabsorption involved. Normally, in a healthy adult, the initial filtrate in the kidneys is about 180 liter daily. However, the volume actually excreted is only a liter or 2 a day, because the remaining filtrate is reabsorbed in the kidney tubules. Role of other organs in excretion. Lungs, liver, and skin are also helpful in the excretion of wastes. Lungs excrete carbon dioxide and water vapor. Bile pigments are produced by the liver from the breakdown of old red blood cells. Bile is used for breaking down fats. In this way, it helps in excreting unneeded wastes from our body. Skin has sweat and sebaceous gland. Through sweat is excreted small amount of water, urea and salts. The main function of sebaceous gland is to protect the skin. It secretes an oily substance known as sebum that lubricates the hair and skin. It also reduces the growth of microorganisms over the skin. That's all about human excretory system. Thank you, students. Keep learning.